Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Massey University's ceremony to honour this year's graduands. Please ensure all mobile phones are switched off. In the event of an emergency, please note your nearest exit and follow the directions of the Bruce Mason Centre staff. Please stand to welcome the graduating students and remain standing until the official party has taken their places on stage.
I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata, the words of which are printed on the screen. Please be seated. Tēnā koutou katoa I huihuinei. I extend a very warm welcome to you all this final of 6 autumn graduation ceremonies for 2019. Vice-Chancellor, Massey University Council members, members of the university community, members of the Auckland Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Helen Anderson. I'm Pro-Chancellor of Massey University Council, which effectively means I'm the Deputy Chair of the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance. I have great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies here in Auckland this week and next month in Palmerston North and Wellington. Before I begin, I would like to say a few words about the tragic events in Christchurch last month. Those events shocked our nation and the entire world. Massey has many connections with Canterbury, including more than 600 students and some staff based there, along with more than 4,000 alumni. Additionally, many hundreds of internal students at all three campuses call Christchurch or Canterbury home. The university is woven into the fabric of New Zealand's economy and culture, and it is also a conduit to the wider world. So while the university is a launchpad to the wider world, we must also process and respond to, as well as prepare for, unwelcome developments from that wider world. As we have done in the past, Massey will continue to ask the tough questions and help find solutions to the challenges that face all of us, whether they be social, environmental, or technological. This week, Massey University is bestowing a total of 208 different qualifications on 1,437 students. At this ceremony, degrees will be conferred and diplomas awarded in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and a total of 154 will be received in person, plus a further 16 in absentia. Graduations like this are festive occasions, and they're also one of the most important celebrations of academic success. Today, however, it's not just about you, the graduands. Today is also about your friends and family who have encouraged you and supported you in good times and a few bad times, and they're here to acknowledge your success. The academic staff and council members seated behind me, and the many professional staff who put in such a phenomenal amount of time and effort into this occasion, also take equal pleasure at this very special day. So for those family and friends who are unable to join us today in person, all our ceremonies are live streamed on the internet, and there's a link on the Massey University homepage. So please feel free to share this link with loved ones. By the end of today, you will become part of a Massey alumni family that now numbers in excess of 143,000 people all around the world. That figure alone reminds us of the lifetime impact a university qualification has for students, their families, and also for the community at large. So we're here to celebrate the graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and congratulations to all of those who will cross the stage. Your college in particular continues to enjoy considerable success. For instance, the College of Humanities and Social Sciences have had great success in funding for 6 academics who were recently awarded Marsden Fund grants. And these were for a variety of topics, including te reo Māori revitalisation, a philosophical approach to population research, and gambling-related mechanisms of video gameplay. We're nothing if not diverse. The college also supported the development of future leaders in a number of events, including 2 national hui and regional workshops, which culminated in the Festival for the Future held in Wellington last July. That drew together nearly 2,000 young people aged between 17 and 25 years. Another highlight this last year for the School of Humanities has been the recent launch of its new Portuguese language program. This is intended to help foster opportunities for business, culture, education, trade, tourism and diplomacy with Brazil. It's New Zealand's only tertiary level Portuguese language program. And lastly, Tōra Mai, a language and cultural learning initiative to connect global audiences with te reo Māori and tikanga Māori, was recently launched in Sydney, Melbourne and London. Tōra Mai is an online course available free to those wishing to expand their understanding of Māori knowledge and language, so I suggest you give it a go. At Massey, we're not only helping students shape their own future, but we're also helping to shape the future of New Zealand. Our campus here in Auckland is at the forefront as we build a world-leading hub for 21st century education research. So some of you will have seen construction to extend the Sir Neil Waters building at Albany began in June last year. This marks a very important milestone in our campus expansion plans. because the additional space will provide 5 extra teaching spaces and workspace to accommodate around 110 additional staff and postgraduate students. This extension, which is expected to be completed later this year, sits alongside the construction of a much bigger innovation complex. These are part of a $120 million development plan to improve our university environment and to meet the growth in student numbers. And these projects together represent the biggest development since this campus was established 26 years ago in 1993. Manawatu will always be the heritage campus for Massey. However, the large population increase in the north of the North Island recently means that the Auckland campus student growth now surpasses Manawatu numbers, and it is expected to grow further. Our major construction program is all about future-proofing the university for generations of New Zealanders in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, a few final words to our graduates before they cross the stage. Congratulations to you once more. Continue to work hard and to take all the opportunity that life gives you. I urge you to stay connected with your alma mater and your university family through our Alumni Association. As you go forth as Massey alumni, my challenge to you is to make your own contribution, grow your own reputation, and in doing so, add further to the proud heritage that you are now part of. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. So now on to the really important bits. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Dr. Helen Anderson, Pro-Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. A senior lecturer in the School of People, Environment and Planning and a professor in the School of English and Media Studies will now present graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and the Social Sciences.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Arts the candidate I am about to name, Craig Owen Stockdale. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduates I am about to name. Merle Abbott, Massey Scholar. Shahid Omar Ahmed Abu Jaweed. India Akraman. Rachel Ann Bethel Galvez Aguilar. Angie K. Albon. Rosie Dean Allen. Lauren Holly Ambags, Massey Scholar. Samuel Aaron Stedman Barnaby. Rachel Catherine Beachy. Karen Denise Biggs. Jonna Matthew Berry. Sarah Frances Bland. Debbie Ann Bonney. Kelly Priscilla Cabria. Melissa Grace Carter. Hamish Allen Clausen. Madison Beth Cornwall. Judith Ann Cullen. Nadia Daberi. Junji Dai. Chantal De Beer. Miranda Elizabeth Below Donovan. Suzanne Janine Dunn. Courtney Page Dwyer. Helen Patricia Alice Massey Scholar. Jessica Mary Finlay. Erin Malva Fleming. Melanie Moia Fayatuama. Victoria Jane G. Gillian K. Gallert. Gemma Elizabeth Goodhue. Monyen Greathead. Stephanie Jane Greenfield. Kirsten Margaret Harrison. Christine Haynes. Flo Rosie Holtman. Lorne Gregory Howell. Elizabeth Jane Jackson. Joanne Elizabeth Kelly. Mazima Khalid. Angela King. Sarah Tui Lamont. Yi Chan Lee. Amy Lim. Jamie Lee Mace. Sadia Mansour. Fleur Michelle Martel, Nee Mariner. Serena Louise Martin. Kieran McAlpine, Massey Scholar. Connor John McCarty. Bobby Lee McIntosh. Kirsty Helen Mitchell. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It's now my great pleasure to invite Dr. David Gamester to address the graduands. Dr. David Gamester is a museum director and academic with extensive knowledge and profile in international museums, cultural heritage and research sectors. Dr. Gamester has worked in curatorial, research and management roles in national museums, in central government policy making, and as the Chief Executive of a national British Learned Society and conservation charity. And he's also been head of one of Scotland's largest university museum services, as well as its oldest museum. Since 2017, he's been Chief Executive of the Auckland War Memorial Museum, which is the largest cultural heritage collections asset in New Zealand and Oceania. Please welcome Dr. Gamester.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, graduates, whānau, friends. It's a really huge honour to be here today to help celebrate the graduation of students from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. I'd like firstly to congratulate you and your families who are without doubt feeling a very great sense of fulfilment and pride in your achievements. Your graduation today is a public recognition of your hard work and commitment to study and the pursuit of knowledge. And it's a double honour, I have to say, to be invited to participate in your graduation today as CEO of the Auckland Museum. The museum and Massey are partners, and our collaboration is set to grow and sophisticate in the next few years as the museum and the university engage together in new research, teaching, and training opportunities. Many of you are celebrating your bachelor's degree, having come to the university straight from school or college. But many of you are also, you also fall into the category of mature students. That is, those who've come to the university to achieve a tertiary qualification, or who've returned to university to study for a higher degree, diploma, or even a doctorate, probably to upskill, to reskill, and most likely to enhance your career prospects. Some of you are coming to the university later in life or in retirement for the sheer stimulation and pleasure of study and expanding your knowledge and ideas. And it takes particular courage to embark on this course as a mature student, especially when you haven't seen a classroom or opened a textbook or written an essay in goodness knows how long. At this juncture, I'd just like to offer my personal congratulations to my Auckland Museum colleague, Jess Finley, who's graduating today with a BA in History. Jess works full-time as my personal assistant and as leader of our executive support team. I can personally testify to the hard work and sacrifice of annual leave that it took to complete your assignments, Jess. She's got the history bug now, and she tells me she wants to do more. So self-directed study is a lifestyle choice for you and increasingly for so many. And can I also say well done, Massey. As a university, you are New Zealand's leading tertiary provider for distance and lifelong learning, which I think is so vital in today's increasingly disrupted and uncertain working environment, in which upskilling is essential just to stay employed, never mind make a career. I've got a personal interest in the mature student experience. My own father's education was interrupted and pretty well destroyed by the Second World War. When he came back from the war in the Far East in 1946, he plunged straight into the world of work and family. Enough time had been lost. But later in life, when he was in his 50s, he enrolled for a bachelor's degree in Humanities at the Open University, the UK's first public distance teaching and research university, established in 1969. Do you know, I really don't remember very much about my own university graduations, and maybe that's something more to do with the aftermath of those events rather than the events themselves. But I do remember vividly that particular graduation. It's engraved absolutely on my memory. It was a hot summer's day in the late 1970s, and I remember being dragged as a very reluctant teenager to attend a mass graduation at the Alexandra Palace in London. Somehow, despite my skepticism and awkwardness, magic happened. Here we were, in the midst of crowds and family groups, celebrating the achievement of working people who, despite the odds and missed opportunity, had persevered to complete a demanding course of tertiary education. My father was a pipe smoker, and I do remember that when he was up against an essay deadline, the pipe smoke would float in ever denser and ominous clouds throughout the entire house. Those are the days. My father wasn't a natural scholar, but he had guts and perseverance. This was the pre-computer era, of course, and I remember our waste bin being frequently full to the brim with sheets of ruled foolscap covered in spidery scrawl. Our sense of pride in his achievement as a working man and a mature student stays with me today. 30 years ago, when I left school and graduated from university, for most people of my generation, this was the end of their formal education. Then they were expected to enter the workforce and commence their career. People were expected to make a career choice and stick with it, and anticipate staying and progressing within that institution, company, or field pretty well until they retired. That anyone should need to undertake any further academic or professional development could not have been further from their thoughts. So it was that when I graduated with a PhD in archaeology from University College London and I made a short walk across Gordon Square to the British Museum, I stood back in admiration at my new colleagues who'd already done 20 to 30 years, not just in the same department, but in the same job. Continuity was everything in the museum business, and to a certain extent, of course, it still is, given that the institution is for the long term by its very definition. Today, we just call it succession planning. But that world and experience has changed dramatically over the course of my own working lifetime, even in the arts and culture sector. I started off well. I worked for 15 years as an archaeologist and as a curator at the British Museum. But since leaving that institution in 2001, I've worked in various roles in central government policy making, in conservation charities, in universities, and I'm now about working in the museum world. I've worked I've sort of done 5 to 6 year stretches, each move demanding the acquisition of new knowledge sets, situational skills, and professional competencies. My family and I have had to move countries twice. The shelf life of a CEO is getting shorter and shorter. Agility and adaptability and a commitment to learning are everything in the forging of so-called portfolio careers and in the workplace survival race. Mark Twain famously said that all you need in life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Some of our politicians, particularly in the UK, still kind of believe that that formula still works. But let me say to every one of our graduates in this hall today that whatever their stage in life, and that in a rapidly changing and increasingly disrupted world, now more than ever, knowledge requires regular updating to remain current and relevant. Sorry to say this today of all days, but today's skills are not sufficient to see you through to tomorrow's workplace. This is true, of course, across the developed world, and even more so in Auckland, where we have probably the best educated population. To stay in employment, never mind enhance your career prospects, it's essential to remain well-skilled and educated. I read that members of Generation Y, those born between 1980 and 1994, are expected to have 7 separate careers during their working life. Increasingly, people want to change jobs, their roles and structures, and do so when they'd like, when they'd want. For Generation Z, those born after 1994, people are expected to have between 7 to 15 careers in their working lives. I should add that about 60% of those careers haven't yet been invented. And with the escalating cost of supporting retirement, that working life is getting longer and longer. Study and training are essential for navigating the modern world of work and ensuring our employability for the duration. Investing in lifelong learning and continuing professional development enhances our ability to take control of our own destiny. These new patterns in the workplace bring significant advantages to organisations, of course. At Auckland Museum, we see colleagues joining us from highly successful and multiple careers in corporate business, in marketing, in retail, in university research, education, the digital economy, creative industries. The knowledge and experience that they bring from other sectors are a critical success factor in the growth of us as a cultural heritage organisation, as a visitor attraction, and as a social enterprise. So to finish, let's just consider our experience then of this increasing disruption. Technological change is both life-enhancing, but also amongst the leading disruptors to our well-being. In many ways, my father's challenge to complete a distance degree was so much harder in the pre-computer age. You know, original handwritten manuscripts had to be submitted to the university by post, and several went missing, of course, over those years. And at least there were only 2 public TV channels in those days, and both shut down at 11 o'clock with the national anthem. We're told relentlessly that sleep, or rather the lack of it, remains the single biggest threat to the economy and to our personal salvation. The sleep industry is now worth $76 billion a year. I contributed to it last month by buying our first new bed in 15 years. It was expensive. And so if I have one piece of advice to give you today as you embark on your first career, on your next one, or your last, please make sure you get as much sleep as you can. As we all need to work and study longer, we're going to need it. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gamester. Indeed, some sobering thinking about what my next career move is going to be. Thank you. We will now continue with the confirmative degrees and the award of university certificates and diplomas.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduates I am about to name. Caitlin Lilani Moller. Stephanie Kim Montgomery. Lael Moore. Sanil Christine Narbonne. Reese Anthony Ogden. Shannon Rose O'Grady. Policia Sophia Oliver. Brittany Laurel Palachi, Massey Scholar. Vinya Harish Patel, Massey Scholar. Danya Marie Ellen Perkinson. Alice Ratnasari Porter. Molly Pottinger Coombs, Massey Scholar. Louise Ann Prance. Anne-Marie Quinn, Massey Scholar. Taylor Margaret Dawn Robertson. Hayley Marie Russell. Angela Kim Says. Hapsari Rahuya Samudranansing. Lean Alara Schmidt Vayapuna. Jing Fei Sin. Heather Sprickley. Cynthia Joan Summerfield. Kahutapika Caroline Jane Tapsell. Angelina Salofa Rhoda Tavalia. Nicole Allen Taylor. Olivia Jade Thomas. Ivana Ofira Piata Tiata Penny Nita. Roya Eve Timo Massey Scholar. Simone Marie Tohi. Kaylee Nicole Tristram. Jermaine Salazar Taddad. Helena Renata Van Berkel. Abigail Ruth Van Dyke. Lockyer Kelly Way. Claudine Michelle Wallace. Chucky Wang. Rachel Carol Wearing. Christy Lydia Ivy White. Bethany Catherine Whiteland. Leah Jade Willesee. Briar Michelle Wilson. Unran Shong Shen. Yanling Yu. Yu Shans Zhang. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Business the graduand I am about to name. Grace Margaret George Massey Scholar. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduands I am about to name. Sarah Jo Bailey. Thomas Byrne Curry. Mackenzie Ree Dyer. Elizabeth Errington Elias. Olivia Kate Innes. Henry Jonathan Lind. Jamie Aaron McGregor. Kelsey Nadine Townsend. Alice Denise Wilkinson. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Arts the candidates I'm about to name. Caroline Louise Beamish. Elizabeth Ellen Cole. Amrinda Singh Gamba. Jovet Maniego Lopez. Emma Wendy Ann Trotter. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Emergency Management the candidate I'm about to name. Clark Leslie Anderson. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
Thank you very much. It's now my great pleasure to invite Lauren Ambags to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Over the past 3 years, Lauren has completed a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in English and minoring in psychology. In 2017, she took part in Massey University's student exchange program, completing a semester of her studies at the University of Copenhagen in Denmark. Throughout her studies, she was heavily involved in tutoring and in childcare. She has continued her passion for the education sector in her new role at the New Zealand Tertiary College, where she works in administration and curriculum. She hopes to return, and we hope you do return, to study with Massey so she can fulfil her dream of becoming a teacher. Please join with me in welcoming Lauren.
To the Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, faculty, whānau, friends, and my fellow graduates, tēnā koutou katoa. It is an honour to be standing here addressing you all this afternoon. This wonderful graduation ceremony is in recognition of the great achievement we have all made. But we did not do it alone, and we did not do it without passion. It has been so evident throughout my time at Massey how much they care and how passionate this institution is. We are not just numbers, we are valued and supported as individuals by all staff and services at Massey. We would not be here without them. Nor would many of us be here without the support of our friends and whānau. This means that this piece of paper, our qualification, is a product of a community. That community is made up of all attendees here today. So as has been said earlier, today is a celebration of you as well. Over these years, I have time and time again been utterly floored by the consideration, kindness, knowledge, enthusiasm, and passion of my lecturers, and by the relationships I have built with them. Dr. Rand Hazoo and Dr. Pete Cannon are the two most energetic and engaging teachers I've had. I will always remember Rand's excellent lecture on the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and, thanks to Pete, all the parts of the ear and brain as well. But one person who defined my time at Massey is Dr. Hannah August. Hannah, thank you for caring about us, for motivating us, for making Shakespeare fun, and for just really getting us. You are truly the most inspiring person and stimulating teacher I've ever had the pleasure of knowing and learning oh so much from. Passion is the core foundation that our studies are built upon. In the same way, you don't opt to be a musician, geologist, or quantum physicist without immense passion. You also don't opt to slog through years of history or classic study without passion, or delve into social policy or philosophy or linguistics or any of the majors we are graduating with without passion. As graduates of Massey University, we can be confident we have the skill set and knowledge base to take the next step in our careers and lives. But to truly succeed and wholly reach our potential, it is imperative we continue to develop, explore, evolve that passion, and to be truly driven by it the same way our lecturers have. As John Bon Jovi once said, nothing is as important as passion. No matter what you do with your life, be passionate. The world doesn't need any more grey, but on the other hand, we can't get enough colour. We'll never be perfect, but remember these 3 Ps. Passion and persistence equals possibility. With that, I wish you all the very, very best for your bright futures. Ngā mihi nui, kia koutou. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Lauren. It's very clear that you've recognised great teachers and your Massey lecturers, and it's also very clear that your passion itself will make you a great teacher. Thank you. We will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university certificates and diplomas.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in arts the candidates I am about to name. Jia Hui Lim. Brittany Lee Milner. Olivia Joy Potter. Christabel Sujata Sami. Sage Joshua Verster. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in cognitive behavior therapy the candidates I am about to name. Hussein Mohsen, Al-Yami. Lee Justine Alania, with distinction. Carla Amy Griffith, with distinction. Leanne Sarah Tatana. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in international development the candidate I am about to name. Natalie Pitts. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in international security the candidates I am about to name. Zoe Louise Dockery, with distinction. Catherine Camunto. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in museum studies the candidates I am about to name. Andrea Patricia Ann Hemmons. Alan James Knowles. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in planning the candidate I'm about to name. Stacy Crystal Sharp. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors the graduand I am about to name. Brooke Laura Yelovich. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Arts the graduands I am about to name. Chris Grayson Finlayson, with distinction. Nary Elizabeth Hillary Han Ney Barnaby, first class honors. Ekaterina Mitchell, with distinction. Catherine Iris Waldron. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Clinical Psychology the graduands I am about to name. Mei Li Ann Chong. Celia Annie Mandino. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Development the graduand I am about to name. Haley Grace Morrison. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of International Security the graduands I am about to name. Israela Joy McFadgen. Kendall Grant Worley. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Resource and Environmental Planning the graduates I'm about to name. Charles Alexander Kirkby. First class honors. Thank you. Taljit Kaur Singh Sandhu. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in psychological practice the candidate I am about to name. Inan Lee. Pro-Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
Pro-Chancellor. A doctorate, either a PhD or a professionally named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research, expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology the graduands I am about to name. Pixie Briar-Rose Armstrong-Barrington. Using a Māori-centred framework, Ms Armstrong-Barrington explored how adult Māori understanding social anxiety and its treatment barriers. Findings suggest increasing awareness of social anxiety would benefit Māori in managing social anxiety and accessing treatment. The importance of connection within the therapeutic relationship, cultural and spiritual engagement, and whānau support were also found to contribute to a reduction in treatment barriers. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Pixie Briar-Rose Armstrong-Barrington. Mindy Minyu Hung. The popularity of elective cosmetic surgery has risen rapidly over the last 2 decades. However, the literature shows mixed results regarding the psychological outcomes of cosmetic surgery. Ms Hung explored the psychological change in cosmetic surgery patients before and after their surgery. Her findings suggest that cosmetic surgery has an effect on improving patients' appearance dissatisfaction. However, it is unlikely to result in other psychological and psychosocial benefits. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Mindy Minyu Hung. Joanna Marie McFarlane. Pro-Chancellor, Ms McFarlane is also a doctoral scholar. Intergenerational programs bring non-related older and younger people together and are implemented globally to address an increasingly age-segregated society. Ms McFarlane looked at the experience of an intergenerational program in New Zealand from an older person's perspective. She found that the experience was generally positive, particularly as it gave people an opportunity to contribute back to society. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Joanna Marie McFarlane. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Maria Ann Baker. Māori experience poorer rates of mental illness than other groups in New Zealand. Ms Baker completed a grounded theory study providing explanations of Māori with lived, whānau and practitioner experiences of mental illness and mental health services. Her research provides recommendations for policymakers, services and mental health professionals to reduce the restrictions Māori experience in generic mental health services. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Maria Ann Baker.
tuatai I roto te kora o pūtahi atoe I roto ronga tēnei whenua o te ha. Karanga ki a koe e ho moto mahi ki tāwhita mātou tangata I roto te ao Māori. Karanga mai ki a koe me tō whānui nā pui nui tōnu. Kia ora.
Victoria Jane Kerry, nei Farris. When same-sex marriage passed into law in New Zealand, people from around the world posted comments in response to Parliament TV's video of the vote. Ms Kerry's research investigated the strategic value of personal information in these comments. She also proposed a framework for understanding YouTube as a context for linguistic interaction. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Victoria Jane Kerry. Parissa Kushash, Doctoral Scholar. Ms Kushash examined the motivations of Iranian women emigrating to New Zealand and investigated how they have redefined their individual and social identities in this country. Their lived experiences, pre- and post-migration, were interpreted in the context of wider political ideologies, institutions, laws, and social norms of both Iran and New Zealand to show how political context shapes the way that women create their lives. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Parissa Kushash. Amy Lynn Lennox Townsend. Miss Lennox Townsend spent 5 months conducting fieldwork investigating human trafficking in Mindanao, the Philippines. She found that trafficking in Mindanao is an outcome of ongoing local social conditions, such as poverty, government policy, and inequality, which facilitate exploitation and human trafficking. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Amy Lynn Lennox Townsend. Catherine Amy McQuiggan. Community pharmacies play an important role in healthcare in New Zealand, operating within highly feminised retail spaces. Ms McQuiggan examined the routines and practices of pharmacy staff and customers. She found that physical, symbolic, and contextual factors influence community pharmacies' practices, and this constructs tensions for the staff who work there, creating barriers for customers. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Catherine Amy McQuiggan. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure huroa. He mana nui tō tētahi tohu wharewananga, engari, pērā I ngā honore katoa, he haipapa hoki, ona he kāwenga mā koutou. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. You may now be seated. Thank you very much.
Seems a bit tough to sit down after all that excitement. So, a couple of final remarks from me. At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are requested to remain in your seats until the processions have left the auditorium. But we're also conscious that for graduates, this is the first day of a holiday tomorrow, so for graduates who've hired their regalia, academic dress are going to be here for you in the foyer if you want to return your gear before 5 o'clock tonight. Otherwise, return your gowns directly to campus tomorrow. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which are printed on the screen. Please stand.